Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is video 5 in our designer spotlight series. And this project's designer, I can't even talk straight this morning, I'm so sorry, is Nathalie Heijne, and she has her Etsy store, her Facebook group, and a YouTube channel. All those links will be below the video. And just for a point of reference, her store and group and channel and everything is LineDotArrow. And so this kit is called Bella Blue, and we're on page 11. And what we're going to do on this page is fairly straightforward. We're going to put a backing paper on. We're going to attach a pocket. Then we're going to use our crocodile. We're going to make 2 holes, and we're going to run our elastic through it, and that's going to be how we attach our notebook to here. We're not going to sew it in because then we won't be able to replace it when we've used it up. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, I had written down to make the holes first. Maybe I will, so we can use it as a guide. Now remember, we put the gusset ends, and good thing we did. You can see the thickness of this, and so we have the gusset that gives us that little book spine area here. So we've got enough room for everything to go in here. Now, once we put the notebook in, we're not going to have a lot of room left, so that's why we're just putting one flat or semi-flat pocket in. I was going to make this a double pocket page, but then I realized that's just going to be too much stuff. And on the back, we're probably just going to put a cover on the back, so I may add that to the end of this video, and this may be the last video in this series, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So let's try this part first. Okay, so let's get out the crocodile. Now what we want to do is we want the let's say this, I measured where the holes would be. You don't want to measure it right at the top and bottom of your notebook, because your elastic needs to be a little bit taller, otherwise you can't slide the book in and out. Okay, so what I did was I put my notebook in, and then just a little bit above and a little bit below. If you absolutely have to, you may have to take your staple out and shorten your pages a little bit. Okay, and this notebook goes in this way. Try not to put your notebook in upside down, but you can put your notebook in last. We're just going to go ahead and make the holes for it and run the string through. And so for this, you're going to need your elastic cord. You can get it at Amazon in a great big giant roll for a very inexpensive amount. You can get your crocodile on Amazon as well. And apparently your file folders. Guess who comes to my house a lot? That would be the Amazon guy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to the smaller of the 2 holes, and then I'm going to line up the dot that I made under. It's just like a hole punch. This comes down and punches a hole, and you want to line it up. There's an indent right here where this goes into, so you're going to want to line that up with the hole or the mark on your paper. Now the easiest way to do this, and I can't really show it to you, is to partially put this down, and when you do, this starts to come down, then it's easier to line the mark up underneath where you want the hole. So we're going to slide this in. We're going to partially put this down so that we can slide where we want the hole. Be very careful, we're close to the edge. And then punch our hole. Okay, right there like that. Remember, we're working with a gusset as well, so want to bring this down and do that. Okay, so now we have our holes. This one looks like it might be a little crooked. I never get to exactly the same. I believe it's my dot drawing skills and not my crocodile skills. Crash bang, I'm making a big noise over here. Ignore the man behind the curtain. We're in the Wizard of Oz now. We're in the land of Oz, which is funny because my dog's name is Oz, as you all know. Right, so to put the string in, we want it to be fairly snug, but what we can do to determine an approximate length is to go from one hole to the other. My fingers are not working this morning, and if I told you what time it was, you would have a coronary. Okay, so here, and then let's double it right there, and then we'll just give it a little bit. You're always going to end up cutting it, so then we're just going to put it through so that the cord is tied on the inside. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? You don't want it too tight either. This is just a manila folder. Wow, I guess I cut that a little short. Let's see if I can still tie it. Yeah, see what's going to happen is this is going to pull. I guess I didn't give it quite enough extra. Now this is still a good piece. I can use that on another project. So that, my dear friends, is how not to do it. So let's try it this way. And put it through. Figure out where we're going to tie it. Give us some extra. You don't want to tie it so tight that the book itself bows. That's not good. You've got snugness, but then you're just going to ruin your... Oh, well, look at that. Now, this is the hardest part for me. It's like wrapping a Christmas present. You gotta keep your finger in there. Oh, I had it. I had it, I tell you. Okay. Use up all of our allotted time tying this. Aha. Okay. Here we go. Now, let's check our notebook. Okay. There we go. Our notebook is installed. So now we have this, like this. We have our notebook inside. Very nice, very nice. So now we're going to take our notebook back out now that we know it fits and everything is good. We cut the extra off on the elastic. I'm going to put, I think I'm going to try to put one more knot. Not going to put a knot. Woohoo! Bad joke number 1 in this video. Yay! We're on a roll already. And to think, I have 15 minutes left. 21 minutes left. I have 21 minutes left to make more bad jokes. Now I'm going to put this in my container that I keep all my book sewing stuff in. Okay, so now I've got this paper, and I decided to make the pocket to match this. Don't worry, it's not going to be overload. Our notebook is going to be in between. And you're going to measure this. I held this paper to the, I didn't go by like a measurement. So I just held it and I put it over just a little bit because I want to have just a small amount of give in the pocket. So I'm going to wrap the sides around, but I'm going to glue the bottom flat. So that will give us just a little bit of extra room to push it in, but it won't be such a wide pocket that things will fall out easily. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've marked here and here, and I'm going to take, remember I told you I was done with the scoreboard? Well, I lied. I am not. Yes, I lied. No, I didn't lie. I just forgot. So I'm going to take this, and don't forget, once you cut your paper, to ink around it. We're going to apparently our elastic works. We're going to score these. Make sure it lines up with the line. If it doesn't, I'll just flip it over. Hopefully, I've scored them in the right place since I just kind of made a mark. And now we're going to take this paper. Oh, and this is what this looks like on the outside. Very nice. Now you can put eyelets on here if you want. This is a very small area. I'm not sure that you would be able to find an eyelet that small. So we're gonna double check this. Ooh, it looks pretty good. Let's fold them and give it a whirl. We can always just trim the paper just a smidge if we need to. I know that seems backwards, but so we're going to hook that around there. Yeah, that is a bit too short, isn't it? Okay. Quite a bit, actually. I'm not going to trim the paper that short. It's a very, very small difference. You won't be able to see it, I'm pretty sure. There we go. I'm not sure that's going to be, big enough. See how it's bigger on this end than it is on this end. And this end is very, very small. I think what I did was I made this side too big. So, oops, I lost my cushion. And then that makes me really, really short. Okay, losing the cushion doesn't make me really, really short. I am really, really short. Losing the cushion makes me very short to the table. Okay, I think, let's test it with the paper. I think this will work. You know what? I think my score line's crooked. Okay. Possibly my paper. Can't believe I'm having difficulty doing this simple thing. Okay, I still have my marks. I think I'm just going to make the pocket flat. Don't really have a lot of room. There just isn't really enough room to work with here. And we're just going to put a writing card in. So we don't really need a lot of thickness. I think what I'll do is, I think I'll cut a new piece. That's what I think. Now, I had used this red line. Is it the red one or the blue one? The red one. I had used this red line as a guide for how tall I wanted my pocket to be. There it is. So we'll cut that off there. Okay. So this is how you fix a mistake on camera. Now, I actually have enough. Keep feeling like I have an ant crawling on my arm. I've been having a little bit of ant trouble in here, and the way the wind is blowing, I have a fan on that I keep feeling like I have an ant. Or maybe an uncle. Oh my gosh, bad joke number 2. We can do it this way. Okay. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da! Merry Christmas. Okay. Now, to glue this on, we're going to ink it first. Remember, we're using Tattered Rose. I'm not going for a dark edge. You can go for something darker, maybe a denim blue would work nicely. That's what you wanted to go with. I think Salty Ocean is probably a little bit too much. I swear I thought I inked all sides of this. Fuzzy hanging around. Okay. And the reason you should fold it first and then ink it, because if you don't, you're going to end up inking this edge out here. Okay, so we're going to glue the bottom of this, but we're going to also glue inside these flaps. And then we're going to slide it on. Now, if we have a preference, yes, make this the bottom. And you know what I forgot to do, and I think I'm going to do, so I'm going to diagonally cut this just a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit of glue on my scissors. Okay, that will help with the bulk on the corners. So we're going to wrap these around. I'm going to glue this on the bottom. I'm going to make an adjustment to my mic. Hold on, sorry about that. Okay. All right, so now we've got the pocket on there. So let's open this back up. And then we're going to glue this to the page. And we wanted to wrap it around, remember, to let it open just a little bit more. Even though I had changed my mind, I realized I could kind of eyeball it and do it. And that's why we didn't glue the paper to the page first. Because we wouldn't have been able to wrap it around if we had done that. A little spider web coming off of there. There we go. I think that looks nice. Okay. I'm going to put you on hold and figure out what the back paper is. I don't think we need to make a whole separate video on how to cover the back. And then we will, well, actually because we're going to do our cards and our writing cards, let's do all that and the back cover in one last video. Okay, so that's it for video number 5. I will see you in video number 6 when we finish everything up, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.